Hi, everybody in Twitch and YouTube world. This show continues to not do what I think it's going to do in the next episode. I'm more lost of what's going to happen in the next episode on a regular basis than I was with Moon Knight.
And I think I might actually like this a little bit better than Moon Knight.
We're still yet to be seen. Because every time I think I have a plot, I get a different one. But go ahead, Mike.
Okay, so this time, Kamala and her mother take a trip to Karachi to visit their nanny, and from there we learn more about the Noor dimension. We learn more about the Jinn, and we get to meet Red Dagger. And then the ending, which we'll get to when we get to it.
This whole episode was we're gonna have a cool teen adventure for about 3/4 of it, and then the plot starts knocking on the door again. Hey, remember me?
I forget who I was talking to, but someone mentioned how the last episode they couldn't believe how easily the Jinn were taken down by damage control. I'm like, just you wait, they're not going to be there for long.
Yeah, I did think it was that whole thing was weird. Because, like, if that's the end of damage control, then we have 2 episodes left. If that is the subtotal of what damage control does in this series, we showed up for 2 minutes to stop the Jinn for 20 minutes because they got to the other side of the country in about 5.
Someone must have teleported them there.
I'm like, what? Something had to happen because it was like, y'all were there in no time, had her located in 0.2 flat. So something extracurricular is going on over there, but
because how do they know exactly where to find?
Did they say at all like they could track that Bengal?
I think, or I don't know if they mentioned it, but when Kamala and Kareem met, he's like, I sensed the Noor. So maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, I could see them be able to sense her powers when she uses it, so that would make sense. Yeah, so they got out of there, except for Kareem, who, he got I don't know why, but I immediately thought of that episode of Gargoyles when the jackals or the wolf pack escapes, and the one girl who's tied to Xanatos stays back. He's like, no, I'm going to stay in jail. I'm going to serve my time. But no, they're just like, no, leave him. He chose his side. We were going to get him all the way to escape it and then leave him and not ditch him in his cuffs. Just so he could be a part of the plot.
We'll help you escape, but that's as far as you go.
Exactly. We're gonna help you. The rest is on your own. The fight scenes in this were pretty scrappy still, and I like that. They're proving that she's not an experienced fighter, and they're not trying to make her look like one. I laughed pretty damn hard when she just whiffed that kunai throw at that guy.
That probably would have been me in that situation.
Absolutely. I would have just thrown it dead at the ground or just whomped it like 30 feet past the guy. It's crazy. It's crazy hard how it is to be accurate with things. It's kind of nuts. But yeah, so they introduced Red Dagger as an organization, and then I went to look up pictures to get a background and a title card for the YouTube channel, and Red Dagger's a character that's been a thing. Literally never heard of him.
He must be relatively new, about as new as as this Miss Marvel.
That makes sense. Because they were in Happy Hijinks, like stuck together in her cape in the photo that I'm seeing here. So yeah, they're friends, and it's on one of her covers, but it looks like he's in America in that one. But anyway, yeah. So we get another rando side character popping in. I am having a hard time. There are so many characters in this series, and they never fail to introduce another 9 every time an episode comes up.
It's almost like visiting some of your relatives that you like. Pretty much any family reunion I go to, I end up meeting more people than I'm actually aware of.
Yeah, it's crazy to me that we go from something like Moon Knight that had, outside of the Ennead, 6 characters for the whole show. And that includes all of Mark's personalities. And we had they had that total beat by like 5 in the first episode.
Yep.
Now we have like 10 times that amount. And they're just introduced, dead. Introduced, almost dead. Yeah, we got to show a little bit more about the Nora dimension, where it's kind of like the Upside Down.
Kinda.
It's kind of there, but it's not. You just got to shave back the veil a little. And I guess that's basically what the Djinns are trying to do.
Yeah, they're basically like, I would say they're almost like terraforming the Earth, but in a cosmic sense.
Yeah. And another thing before we get too far away from it, even though they're going to it appears that Kamala's mom is the only person in her family that is hardcore and dead set on denying that they're Djinn. Like the only one.
Yeah, it certainly seems that way.
It's kind of astonishing how all of them are just like sipping their teen, be like, "Oh yes, we are a representation of that thing that everything in our culture is scared of. Absolutely. Would you like some tea?" And then then she's just like, "No, we can't just that." And then cousin Tony walks in, is like, "Yeah, you didn't know?" It's like, what? I was like, this is going to be taboo and no one's going to talk about it. Literally everyone knows. And then all of a sudden the mom is just going to be like, yeah, I just didn't want you to know, but I knew the whole time. And I looked it up. I'm just waiting for that shoe to drop.
Oh, it has to by like either episode 5 or episode 6. Like,
it has to by 5 at least. Because
yeah,
these last normally with these Netflix shows, 6 ends up being all fighting and like 20% plot,
except for Loki, because that was the one episode where it's like, hey, I'm going where Jonathan Majors comes in. Hey, it's my show now, so
I'm gonna plot dump on you for 30 minutes because we haven't done enough to tell you where the MCU's headed. That's my job right now. Because there's no movies doing it at the current moment. Yeah. It's we got to see a lot of their actual surroundings of their homeland, and I thought that was really great. Except reset the clock on the out of nowhere horrible green screen moment of the week.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, that shot where she's talking to Nani on the roof. Marvel does not know in these TV shows how to do a cityscape during the day for a green screen. That was bad.
Mm.
And I don't get it. Normally,
here's the thing. They're using the same technology that the Batman use, and somehow they have figured out how to do it better.
I don't get it. I don't get it, but it is what it is. It's just that they always have these little foibles where 99.9% of the show looks great. And they always have that one scene where it was like, yeah, I felt like going home early that week. Nah, someone else will take care of it. And then someone just hit render and forgot.
And this is really the first time that that this show has had a gaffe like that.
Second. There is one where they're practicing and jumping up a roof where it looked god awful, but it was for about 2 seconds. This is the first one where they had a giant scene. But one thing that I'm appreciating about this as she's going through with Kamala as they're going through the show, and they haven't done this with the character yet, Kamala is slowly over time, episode by episode, getting her comic accurate costume.
Yep.
She got
in the first episode, obviously she's cosplaying as Carol.
Yep.
Episode 2,
she gets the Bengal in the first episode.
Oh yeah.
And then she still gets just the Bengal, and then she got the
domino mask in episode 3.
Domino mask episode 3, and then she got the shawl, and then the overshirt, which will eventually be like, I like this, but what if I made it one piece and put a lightning bolt on it? But yeah, I like that they're slowly piecing that together. That's kind of cool. Because they haven't done that with someone yet. It's always been just last episode, here! You get it!
Yeah, I think this is a better version of that trope.
Because honestly, unless someone gives it to her, she shouldn't be able to do that. She has no connections with Wakanda, like other things, to like just randomly get a suit. So I like that they're doing that. It's good to show a progression, and it shows that she's doing this on her own. She doesn't have someone backing her, well, until she meets Carol and Maria. But again, we don't know where this is going to drop off, and I don't know where the show's going, man.
Me neither. And this is someone who hasn't read the comics, so I'm sure even comic book fans are seeing the ending where she, I don't know, travels back in time to the partition.
Yeah.
And that's another thing I really like about this show. This show kind of inserts the partition the same way Watchmen we wove in the Tulsa massacre.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's cool when comic book movies and shows kind of splice in real world events.
It is, and they don't try and make it some giant different event that you don't remember it the same as we did, kind of thing. And it's weird that with 2 episodes left, this show is in a hurry to go nowhere. It was like, plot, we're going to find out about the train. We're going to have a whole episode. Guess what? The Jinn are still evil and they still want to take over our world. At the end of this episode, we're going to talk about that train. I swear to God.
Well, she's at the train.
What happened in this episode? She met Red Dagger and the Jinn escaped. That's it. And yes, Nani goes, yes, we are Jinn. See you next week.
I love Kamala's family.
Kamala's family is the definition of a perfect family dynamics. Everyone is just kind of like, we want to see each other, but wow, do we get sick of each other after a while? Her family is perfectly casted. Every single one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all like, they didn't go to get like, and that's one thing I like about these, or most of these Marvel TV shows. They don't go out of their way to star pack them. They make it, they staff them and cast them with the people that should be in them.
Exactly.
So it's nice. Like you get a random Ethan Hawke for a villain and like stuff like that, but that's like in a show that's got 6 people, including 3 of a personality, the same guy. Yeah, it's okay that you got Ethan to be the villain. I'm not gonna give any crap about that. Yeah, I legit have no idea what this next episode is gonna be. Legit no idea. It's gonna be about the partition. For how long, I don't know. Because they got there by her stabbing the Bengal with a spear. So we don't know if Kamala's like seizing on the floor, like waiting for her to let go, or like what's going on, or if she's actually in another dimension experiencing a past event, or like what's going on. I don't know.
All very interesting questions.
What an interesting. This is so. Spoiler alert for a future Fresh Takes. We just finished recording the last episode of Violet Evergarden. I could tell you, for the most part, when episodes ended, kind of what was going on. In conjunction with one thing, just knowing I was going to cry the next episode, at least, I got this going on. I got 2 very different experiences going at the same time.
I love it.
You got anything? Because I got nothing else.
I liked seeing Kareem's friends just hanging out by the fire.
Yes, that was nice. That was very, and just like actually seeing the friends circle was good. And like again, it's just like, here's 5 people, go hang out for 2 minutes. You're gonna see them again? Nope, but they're gonna be important for a hot minute. But yeah, you actually got to like see people experiencing lives. It wasn't just business, which again, what most of these shows are. Like the last one, there was a little bit of actually showing their lives was Cap and the Winter Soldier. Or I should say Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I like when TV shows get to actually take the time to give us just breather moments.
Yeah, it is nice. And
like the scene where Kamala and her mother were eating toffees.
Eating the crusted toffees that she's got like boxes and boxes of because her daughter loves them. And Nani's just like, I thought eventually you would like them. I thought you went all the way across the country to get away from me. No, I want you to come back. Yeah,
that was really sweet.
It was. And I just love that perpetually they're showing how much like Kamala's like, I would want to say, experience the American version of her culture. Through the entire show, they're like, what do you mean this is hot? Why is this sweet and saucy red? That's what it's supposed to be. What did America ruin Chinese food too? I love it so much. Because it's like, I have an authentic Chinese restaurant here, and then like I went to my my job's parent company out in California to help them do some training for a new plant that deals with the window that I deal with at where I work. And then we ate at an actual authentic Chinese place out there, and I was like, what in the heck are we? It's like, and it's like, it's one of those things where you go and they're like, no, they do not have the pizza and chicken options for the people that don't actually want to eat food. It's like, that is over there. But yeah, no, I'm liking the show every day. Everyone's good in it. The plot line's great, although I don't know where it's going. It's got me on my toes each week, which I like.
The one difference so far between this and Moon Knight is this is like very MCU, whereas Moon Knight's like they'll have like the most obscure references. This one kind of wears the shared universe just right there on its sleeve.
Yeah, the Moon Knight could not have gotten farther away from it if it physically tried. And then this is just like, this is doing the regular, well, if Thor landed in the Himalayas, they would have called him a Jin too. Like, it's just like, it is all, it's like, it goes from Moon Knight to having Kamala Khan, who is the biggest Avengers fanboy on the planet, to where it's like, nope, we're still going to do MCU references in these TV shows. Don't worry, we're going to make up for all of Moon Knight in one episode.
I even love like the Ant-Man mural.
That was different. I wasn't expecting of all people for it to be Ant-Man, but I'm like, you know what? That's cool that someone in over there likes Ant-Man.
He has his fans.
He has his fans, absolutely. Small minority, but he's kidding. That was an ant joke, bro. That you catch along. It wasn't making fun of him. I like him, and I'm happy that he ended up getting 3 movies because Paul Rudd is a treasure. But yeah, we're 2 weeks away from another one of these shows being done.
Yep.
It's freaking insane.
And then we have She-Hulk in August.
It's literally, we have a month break between these shows because Armor Wars is going to be done. Does Armor Wars have a release date?
Let me check.
It's blowing my mind. They literally have a TV show coming out every other month and then basically have a movie to be in between those shows. It's insane. Oh man, I really hope that oh, now his name is escaping me. He's one of the best character actors on the planet. They wasted him in Iron Man 2.
Oh, Justin Hammer.
Yes, Sam Rockwell. Oh, God, I hope he's in that.
Filming is expected to begin in October 2022.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, not even close. Do we have anything outside of She-Hulk for the rest of this year? Outside of, like, Thor?
Thor is next week. And...
Oh, my gosh!
And let's see. The other one was Wakanda Forever.
Is that still coming out this year?
Allegedly, it is coming out November 11th.
Allegedly. We're going to go with allegedly. I could see that one getting pushed to the next year.
We'll see. Comic-Con is next month. Maybe we'll get like an official update then.
Or maybe, because it's like, they're still shooting, ain't they?
I thought production wrapped.
Because I know they were stalled for a while because of Letitia. I'm sorry. But anyway, yeah. No, this train keeps on rolling, pun intended.
Okay, wait, yeah, they have finished. Filming officially
finished,
wrapped
okay.
on March 24th.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that got done faster than I thought it did. But anyway. And yeah, cool. Then yeah, that'll be coming out this year. Then I have no doubt about that. Yeah, I've really got nothing else. I just excited.
The show's great.
Yeah, that's really good. It's different, but I want more of that. I have legit no freaking idea what She-Hulk's gonna be like. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. All right. Mike, go ahead.
You guys can find me on Twitter at CaptainK42. You can check out my quick thoughts on letterboxd.com/CoachK42. And you can find me in all the various Facebook groups just at my name. You can check out Renegade Pop Culture on Facebook and Twitter at Ren Pop Culture. We're also on YouTube. You can find us on Podchaser or the Banana Meter. Listen to all of our podcasts on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc. And last but not least, everything can be found at renegadepopculture.com. Need an escape? So do we.
You can find me everywhere at Organoid Zero, where with anyone who's seeing this, outside of these, which you're seeing my screen is being weird, I have a new PC on the way because, oh boy, is this laptop starting to die. So I apologize for my screen freezing every now and then. I have to tap my desk to unfreeze it because this thing is starting to chug. I have a new PC being custom built and is on the way. So I promise those random little glitches will go away as soon as that baby's here. They'll be able to know because they'll have a third screen that's here as soon as all this stuff's here. It's all here except for the PC itself. And then my roommate and me are going to set it up. So yeah, until next time, we will see you all later. Bye.